Hi.
I'm so tired. I'm so
We're supposed to
tired.
feel like someone. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Melanie. I'm your social work counselor today.
Mhm.
And your name is Lance, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I saw that you filled out the intake form and everything,
Mhm.
saying like what your experiences was and what you were looking for. But I do just want to hear it from you in person, just so we can
Okay.
clarify things so I don't misunderstand from a form.
Mhm.
So so what brings you in today?
I saw some ads on the campus and say that you guys are providing free counseling, and I never tried this before, so I want to try it for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as you saw in the ad, like this is a free session.
Mhm.
It's free because I'm still a student counselor, so I'm not certified yet, but so this is my practicum, so while I practice, it will be free. And so for whenever you book with me before my licensing exam, it'll be free.
Mhm.
And you booked it online, right? From
Right.
JMAP, I believe.
Yeah.
How was booking it for you?
It's a bit of difficult because I run into a problem is that I don't get the credit cards yet.
Okay.
And that program kind of like need me to provide my credit card number, so if I got no show, they will deduct some money, which I think I understand that, of course, it's kind of like resource wasting if everyone doesn't show up. But it's just super hard to get the credit card, so I asked a friend of mine to help me to do this stuff.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, you don't have a credit card yet, or?
Yeah, it's mailing to me, but it's Canada Post, so it's going to take some time.
Okay, I see, yeah. So I'm understanding correctly, you just moved to Canada?
Yeah, I just moved to Canada from
Okay.
China.
Okay, whereabouts in China?
It's alright, it's just not suitable for me.
Right, so here there's a big change and you ran into some difficulties in booking, especially since it's odd, it's a free session, so
Yeah.
it's like you're writing your credit card feels kind of weird, so I understand
Yeah, it's
that.
pretty weird.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, like if you didn't show up, it would be a no-show fee, and even though you're here, but it's putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
As if you're using your friend's credit card, so
Yeah.
understandably really like challenging, like booking online. And it is an iffy system. I've looked at it myself. It is not easy. But for future appointments, if you want to book with me again, you can call in. I'll give you the number after our appointment, or you can email me. I can book my appointments myself as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so or you can book online as well, whatever you prefer. Yeah, and yeah, so today we're having in person, but if you want like an online session as well, that's totally fine. I can do phone calls, I can do video chats, like
Okay.
whatever you prefer. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, so if do you have any questions about that?
If I'm choosing to do the phone call or online session, is this like secured in that way? Because in here, we're in this room, like enclosed, and no one is there. Yeah, but in the online or telephone, it might be, yeah.
Yeah, so I understand like confidentiality, like it's obviously what we're discussing is very private. Here, everything stays within the walls, but I understand if you're doing a telehealth or like a phone appointment, you're worried someone might hear us. I usually do my online appointments here in this room, but like for your safety with your concerns of privacy, like you could.
So I need to find a place that is, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that
wherever
way.
you're comfortable, so maybe your own room, like I don't recommend like cafes because there are a lot of people walking around.
Yeah, I mean, even in my own room, if the wall is too thin and
I
it's
see.
not easy, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
what-
I might going to just book it offline, yeah.
Oh, so in person? Yeah, okay. And as you mentioned, like you're worried about the cancellation, because and like there's like we have a 24-hour cancellation policy, and usually if there's something really urgent that comes up and you can't make it, then usually our agency is pretty lenient on it, and just let me know. And then usually if it's not like a big misunderstanding, then usually we'll just waive the fee, so don't worry about it. As long as
Okay.
we're like communicating
Yeah.
it, it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So getting back on the confidentiality piece, like I do need to let you know like the disclaimer that everything discussed is relatively confidential, so not absolute. There are cases where that I will have to talk to someone else about things we're discussing.
Okay.
Yeah, so usually everything that's said between us will stay between us and this room. All my note taking is on my own computer, it's password safe, and it is encrypted, only I have access to it. But like, I am still training, and if there's something that I need help on, I want to provide you with the best care that I can. But if there's something I'm unsure of, and I feel like I need extra help, I will consult you first before letting my supervisor know to like ask for some advice. Do you have any questions about that?
Like your supervisor, I'm going to sign a form or something like that.
Yeah, so after I communicate this with you, you can sign a form for me just to make sure that there's an understanding for when I need to breach.
Your supervisor, like who that person is or what kind of certification they got?
Right, okay, so they're also a social worker and they're licensed, and they've been training us new recruits for quite a while. So they have a lot of experience and they have licensure, so they are bound by the law to respect confidentiality. So they will also have the same obligations to not tell anyone about the things we discuss.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it makes you feel like safer, I will not tell them your name or your age or anything that's identifying. Only the issue that I have. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay, yeah. And okay, so another instance where I might need to break confidentiality is if you tell me that you have any plans to harm yourself or harm others, or if someone else wants to harm you. So essentially, if there's some imminent foreseeable danger, then I will have to let someone know to make sure you're safe.
Like who you need to let them know? The police or my friend or my parents or my family?
I believe friends and family are kept out.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, most likely my supervisor will definitely know. If it's imminent and I can see that you're in danger, then we might call the police. For example, you tell me like, at this day and this time, I'm going to jump off a bridge and kill myself. Then in that scenario, then yes, we might get police involved just to keep you safe. So in that scenario, confidentiality comes below safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Right. And the third thing that may break our confidentiality is if the court subpoenas me or like gives me a court order to testify in court. So subpoenas, sometimes we can like refute it. We'll have to consult a lawyer for that. But like court orders, like if I have to go testify, I will just give them relevant information about your case, nothing more, nothing less. And of course, everything will be like discussed with you when we get to that point.
So when you are sharing that on the court, it's more like the juries and the judge will hear that about it, right?
Yes, it depends on the case, but usually.
And they're supposed to also obey the confidentiality stuff.
Yes, I believe juries have a duty not to talk to anyone else about the case.
Okay.
But in that scenario, if we do get there, I will definitely talk to you about it more. We might get a lawyer involved just to make sure that everything we're doing is safe and ethical. Yeah, do you have any more questions about that?
I think that's pretty much everything.
Okay, yeah. So here's like the form, so if you can just sign this.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and this says harm, so what kind of harm that is, like the...
So usually it's like imminent, foreseeable, dangerous. So like I know some people kind of mix up self-harm and cause harm. It's a very broad term.
Yeah.
So harm, usually it involves like killing someone. If you're just cutting yourself for self-harm, like we'll try to safety plan around that to make sure you're doing it safely. But if you don't have the intent to kill yourself, then usually I will not have a duty to report. But if you were cutting to kill yourself, then I will have to step in.
Okay. So I'm going to send this.
All right. Thank you, Lance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, and you also mentioned before that this is your first time in therapy.
Yeah, it is.
Right, and you said you moved from China recently?
Yeah.
And you haven't had any mental health experiences there?
I don't have one back there because it's more like we don't talk about it that much or have all these kind of resources. But I think I'm alright. I got a alright system, like a supporting system with my family and friends. So I sometimes I got depressed or anxious. Of course, I think it's just everyone get them too. But I would just be fine in 2 or 3 or 5 days. It's not a long progress. I will just kind of like recover and accept the fact that something happened, like in less than a week or something like that.
Okay, so it sounds like you do have a good support system, and even though from time to time you do get like depressed or anxious, but it sounds like you've come to an acceptance with that, and you can tell when it's going to go away, or you have some insight on when it's going to happen. So it sounds like you're pretty in touch with like how you're feeling. That's pretty good. Yeah. So do you have any expectations of what my role is with you, or?
I'm not quite sure because I'm just want to try it out for the first time. So I don't have many of them expectations. I just want to experience these things.
Okay.
It's kind of like learn some stuff, or sometimes I do get some kind of like depressed or stressed because of the study and the reading. So maybe some coping strategies or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how this thing works at
Oh,
all.
that's
So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So coping strategy is definitely like something we can work on. So because a lot of people sometimes come in and they are expecting advice or us to just change their lives. But I just want to make sure like that's not.
I'm pretty alright with my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to change it yet.
Okay, that sounds fine. Yeah, but I'm not here to give advice, but I'm here to help you like learn more strategies, as you said, coping strategies to bring you back into life, and then you can kind of find your own solutions with the new tools that I've given you. Yeah. So you look really tired. How was sleep last night?
No, I had to run the bus because the bus system here is really sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's really bad, and I need to wake up like an hour and a half early to catch the bus because like I need to get up, take a shower, eat some breakfast, and then take the bus. So sometimes it gets really frustrating and tired even before I go to study.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the beginning of your day.
Yeah,
right?
it's just the beginning of my day. There are much more other things over there, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I can manage that. It's not that hard. I'm studying computer science, so I learned them before, so it's not that hard for me to coping without that. It's just some knowledge that I learned already, yeah. And then I just go there to perform the assignment and the homework, yeah.
Right. So it sounds like your day feels pretty like boring, like very routine.
Yeah,
same
it's
things
pretty
every
routine.
day.
That's kind of like something that bothers me because there's no excitement. It's just boring everyday life.
Yeah, and I can tell like Kelowna's a more low-key town, so maybe the adjustment is also like very
Yeah,
shocking.
I mean, I was living in Beijing, and it's a international. I'm not sure if they're international or not. It's a mega city anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a huge, brand new difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of like. I know you said you're okay with your life, but like there are still stressors. I can hear that even though you know the things from school, it like maybe piles up sometimes. So yeah, my approach, like we can do like strength. Like I'm strength-based, so we can like identify some strengths that you have and work with that. Maybe implement that into some coping strategies. And like, as you said, you have a very strong support system, so we can start working with that in the next session whenever you're ready for that. Yeah. And speaking of next session, you're not pressured to book anything like within a week or within a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Like booking is like whenever you feel comfortable.
Okay, it's totally up to me, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and as I mentioned before, if online is not really preferred, you can email me, give us a call, let us know whenever you're ready to book, and you can do that on your own accord, so give you more control over when you want your
Okay.
next session to be.
Got it.
Yeah, how does
It
that
will be
sound?
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sounds good. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, so you said you just came from Beijing. How long have you been in Kelowna?
Like 2 months, I think, for now. Yeah, 2 total months. So it's okay. I got used to it, the boredom and the small town and the bus system. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
but it sounds like even though you got used to it, you don't really want to settle for this.
Yeah, I want to. I'm not going to live in Kelowna after I graduate. It's just 2 years. I'm going to suffer it, but it just just
2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
It's not going to be that long, and I will move whenever my study finished.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you doing your master's or your bachelor's?
Master's, yeah.
Okay, wow. So that's definitely like a large workload. But
Mhm,
even though you
yeah.
said you're kind of you've done it before, but
But it's still a lot of homework and programming. It just it's too much.
yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot of work.
Mhm.
So and moving to a new place, there's a lot of things happening all at once. So
Yeah, just occupied my whole mind about it, so it kind of like feel numb.
Oh,
Like it's just
feel
passing
numb.
the days. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds like it's hard. Like feeling like you're wasting your youth away, it's just doing routine
Yeah.
things every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it can drag us down, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we can work on that, like, I can hear that you have some goals, even though they're not very defined, but you have a goal to kind of like move beyond the mundane, the routine.
Yeah.
Maybe find some excitement while you're here doing your 2 years of
Mhm.
grad school.
Maybe. I think I will because I'm trying to meet some people too, and maybe I can meet some people and find more friends. So it might be better in that way. Yeah.
Right, and did your family and friends move to Kelowna with you, or?
No, they're still back in China, and we are still closed, but it's not like there's a huge time difference, like 18 or 16 hours.
Right.
So sometimes my time to contact them normally will be my nights. So I couldn't sleep that well. And it's not only about that, I don't like sleep early. So we would talk about things, and they got their own problems too, like finding a work or doing their master degrees in China. So sometimes it's now kind of like we are both like we are all online to talk with each other.
Right.
It's more like they were talking when I was sleeping, and I was talking when they are sleeping, and we will catch each other up, which is alright. We sometimes do that. We sometimes just ignore work stuff. Like sometimes you got something into you, like you're doing some work or something like that. Even though you are in the same time zone, it's okay to now reply them for a sec, but it's still pretty hard to now get the sneak, like the real time.
Right, like it's not
feedback.
really a
Yeah.
conversation when you're
Yeah, it's kind of
responding
like writing a
hours
letter
later.
online.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me.
Mhm.
Like it's you still feel the connection, but
Yeah.
it's not quite the same as like someone who's really here.
And I also understand that like with time goes by, your friend will kind of like they will go different places. You
Oh,
won't be kind of like joined that much. You won't be getting in touch with each other that much,
Like drifting
which is
apart.
kind of it's kind of like
Okay.
drifting apart. It's kind of like it's normal, and I know most people they had to experience this. No one just stay in one place forever in their whole life. There gotta be something in their life, or they got into relationship, or they got into married, they have children. So friendship it doesn't last for that long. Of course it will be. Of course it won't. It will go away. It's pretty sad, but it's a fact.
Right.
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so do you feel like you're right now on the path of drifting apart with your
Yeah,
friends?
pretty much like that because I'm now planning to move back to China after my graduation, And my friends, their English is not okay, so they couldn't move out too. Even though they don't want to stay in China at all, but they had to be there. So it's hard. So we all both need to find some new friends.
Okay, so I'm sensing some like acceptance of it, even though it hurts. Like.
Yeah, but I'm not quite sure if this is kind of like. I sometimes feel like I betray them, like I'm finding some new people around there. Yeah, but it's just part of life. I thought about it and then just I can like persuade myself to say that it's okay. It's just life is like in this way. You don't know what will happen. You don't know who will die. You don't know who will move out. It's just
Unpredictable.
Yeah, unpredictable. Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah, unpredictable and definitely like painful. Like I can hear you have a lot of acceptance, which is really like powerful. Not a lot of people can accept that, but at the same time it's like you're accepting it, but you're also feeling really bad about it. Yeah. So we can like hopefully work on some like strategies how to transition between like this old life that you had to like your new life in Kelowna. And I can hear like the betrayal, the feelings of betrayal. We can also talk about that and unpack that during our sessions as well. So how does that feel?
It's better to talk things out.
Yeah,
and it's better to sometimes real-time conversation or something like that.
Yeah, especially since you're missing that in your life,
in my
and your
life,
family, and so I think you prefer something in person and more intimate unpacking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so maybe this could work for you. Like,
And it's good work for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if it ever feels like it's not comfortable, like our relationship, it doesn't, like my approach doesn't work for you, you can always let me know. You're not obligated to stay in this room for like 60 minutes. Yeah, but if you feel like you have some sort of idea of what you prefer that I cannot provide, then we can always go online together to help you find a better service that's better fitted for you.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You are a master student too, right?
Yes, I am training.
Okay.
But most of the therapy will be focused on you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know it's a little uncomfortable, but it's very important to draw a line between a friend and a counselor.
Yeah.
But I will definitely, I hear a need that you want to reconnect with more people. And so one of our main goals could be building skills to find new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does that sound?
Well, that's okay. I would love that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Do you have any plans after a session? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to check out some food workshop in the university. I think the university is doing an okay job for us to just meeting new people, and I'm thinking about why not? It's just free food and nice people, and then there's no reason to go there except I have homework to do, but I don't want to do my homework, so I would choose the easier way to just chill out.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. And you mentioned free food. Are you going to the cooking thing now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, have you made any acquaintances, like classmates, after you got here?
Yeah, I have some friends in my class, and it's more like sticking to the working or the homeworking or the studying stuff. Yeah, because they're older than me. They already got married and have children nowadays, so we don't have that much of the similar conversation that I do with them. It's kind of like a huge difference in the age and generation.
Right.
So yeah, it's much more. And also we don't have the similar background, so sometimes they don't understand the thing that you're facing. They just, I mean, I can explain it. If I were them, I won't be able to understand that much of the stuff too.
Right. So like different backgrounds, different life stages. It's very hard to relate.
Yeah, it's really hard to relate.
It's all very surface level, homework, class, relationships. Yeah, that's hard, especially since they're the people you see all the time. Yeah, so are you trying to look for friends in different faculties or?
Yeah, but we don't get that much of the time in the opportunity, like in the activity, meeting with other faculties and other friends.
Right.
So like today's cooking stuff, it might be a great opportunity for me too.
Right.
But in other circumstances, we don't get much of that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But did you sign up for this on your own? Like, where did you hear about this?
Yeah, I can like follow them in Instagram and then yeah.
And then you signed up.
Yeah, I
okay,
signed up.
Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty proactive in trying to like
yeah.
trying to find new friends and find your place in this new campus, new country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can also talk about like how to like. It seems like you have a pretty good grasp on it, but we can also discuss in the future like where to go, events to partake in. Yeah, but of course I won't be going with you if I see you in public. I should have said that earlier.
We might need to discuss like what if we see each other in public because we might run into each other in campus, right?
It is a small campus, so it is a possibility. So, small, you know? So as your counselor, like I will not approach you if that's okay. You can approach me if you like, but I cannot guarantee that I will be in counselor mode.
Okay.
So I will just say hi if you come say hi to me.
Say hi too, yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't say hi to me first, then I will not say hi to you.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just establishing this because some people can misunderstand it as
it's
like,
okay.
oh,
yeah,
you're not
it's
being
like,
friendly.
Yeah, it's like we are pretending that we are not having this stuff here, so that is a better way to kind of like build up the more confidentiality.
Yeah, it's to keep your information safe, but you don't know that.
I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, exactly.
Just walk away.
Yeah, yeah. So I won't take offense if you don't choose to say hi. So completely okay.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So after our session, we have like a few minutes left. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we go?
So this session, how many sessions will I have in the future? Like it's unlimited or it just?
It is unlimited, so you can book whenever you want. You don't have to book any more if you don't want. But we're not allowed to give packages, so we're not allowed to say here's 5 appointments for you.
Okay.
That's not ethical, so we don't do that. So you can book whenever you want, whenever you're comfortable, online, offline, up to you. Yeah, so I can give you a brief outline of what our next session could look like, so you can kind of predict if you want to come back or not.
Okay.
Yeah, sound good?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so...
and also, I will get you like every time, or it's just kind of like a different shift of people or something like that?
You can book with me. You can definitely choose your therapist.
Okay.
I don't get booked out in the week very quickly, so I think you can book me, 3 days like in advance. You can still book me. Okay. And I work Monday to Thursday here in UBC in the 3rd space, so you can find me there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so our next session, we'll kind of like discuss what happened between now and then, so the time in between that you were out. We'll see how that went. If you have any issues arising, we can work through that with my approach, and we'll see how that goes. Sometimes I prescribe some homework because I focus on cognitive behavior therapy as well, and there is a bit of homework aspect in that, but we'll kind of like get a feel for what you prefer and what works for you, so we'll kind of go on with that.
It's like applying multiple theories on the dialogue or me, or I don't know, anyway, that meaning. So it's not going to be one single theory, right?
No, it won't be. Yeah, so we'll kind of pick and choose what works for you. So we'll of course we'll get to know each other better first. Everyone requires something different. We come from different backgrounds. Yeah. So we'll see what works for you and what doesn't work, and we'll kind of go on from there. Okay. Yeah. How does that feel?
That's all right. I think I can deal with that. And I think, maybe next week or something like that. I'm going to check my calendar. I'm not quite sure about it.
Yeah, there's no rush.
So many costs.
Yeah, no rush. And if you want to book like 2 weeks later, 1 week later, a month later, that's completely up to you. This is at your own pace. And
like the vacation, in the winter vacation, or are you still in campus, or the winter vacation, this whole facility will shut down, and we will do that start after the Christmas and the New Year? I'm not quite sure how the scheduling will look by then. It might be online telehealth, but I'm aware that that's not what you prefer. When it gets closer to the time and I know my schedule a little better, maybe we could
maybe we could discuss that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you staying here for the winter or?
Yeah, I'm staying here for the winter.
Okay, yeah, so maybe we can like work around like our schedules, and I could talk to the agency and see if I can like work here if they close as well, like
Okay.
just so we have a space to ourselves to talk.
That's nice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions about the session?
I think that's pretty much of it.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't think I have too many questions. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, but okay,
But it was
yeah.
really lovely to meet you, man.
Oh,
I
me
hope I'll
too.
see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yay! It's totally enough.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
totally enough. How do we close this stuff?
I think we pressed the button.
Really?